Those jurors have been sent home for the night in the murder trial of Joseph McElhaney. The 32-year-old father from Hoosick Falls is accused of killing his infant daughter more than a year ago. News Channel 13's Dan Levy is live outside the Rensselaer County Courthouse with the very latest on tonight's top story. Good evening, Dan.
Good evening to you, Jessica. That jury went home at about 9:15 tonight after putting in a 12-hour day. 7 women and 5 men will be back here at the Rensselaer County Courthouse at 9 o'clock in the morning when they will resume hearing testimony from 2 of the 6 medical doctors who testified during this 4-week-long murder trial. During her closing arguments, prosecutor Krista Book told the jury that stay-at-home father Joseph McElhaney was a control freak and that he abused his daughter, 4-month-old Ina, multiple times, fracturing her ribs and her legs, and then delivering a fatal blow to her abdomen, which perforated her bowel.
Ina, a baby, the most vulnerable of victims, could not do anything to help herself at any point during her life. She could never say, "Daddy, please stop hurting me. Daddy, I'm in pain."
But defense attorney Greg Shalakis called that an inaccurate portrait of McElhaney, who, along with his wife Melinda, both testified that they were a loving family.
If you drink that Kool-Aid from start to finish and you never look back, and you're being honest with yourselves, then you conclude, as they want you to, that somebody did horrible violence to this child.
Shalakis says Ina was born with rickets, a vitamin D deficiency that made her bones prone to fracture. He also stated there's a family history of intestinal disorder, which he says was the cause of death. The prosecutor asserts it was blunt force trauma that quickly compressed the child's abdomen.
This is not a case of manslaughter. This is not a case of a criminally negligent homicide. This is a case of a depraved indifference murder.
This defendant, Joe McElhaney, is not a monster. He is a human being. He is a husband. He is a father. He is a brother. He is a neighbor. And he's a friend to people. Joe McElhaney is not guilty.
After the jury returns here at 9 o'clock in the morning and they hear more medical readback testimony, they will listen to the judge as he tells them the differences between manslaughter and second-degree murder. Now, that's interesting because the judge already read those differences to them at the time they were originally charged, but the jury today requested that they hear those definitions all over again. Live in Troy outside the Rensselaer County Courthouse, Dan Levy, News Channel 13.
All right, Dan, thank you, and we'll be following up on that in the morning.